Hello Facebook people, I'm Konstantinos, and today we're going to analyze if you are following a blueprint or if you really know what you're doing inside your ads manager. So this year a lot of things happened. First of all, I completed my course, which means that I became better because I put my whole thought in a straight line, and I said, first I have to teach someone this, so they have to go through the course and they have to learn first this in order to understand this, and then this, and then this. So I started realizing that maybe on some of my videos I was telling you things, but I didn't tell you something else before, so maybe there were gaps. Of course, it's impossible for someone to just see one of my videos and understand the whole philosophy about it, because we're not teaching a blueprint here. But the whole point and what I want to say is that, do you really understand what you're doing inside your ads manager? Because I'm just seeing again and again people telling things that they are easy to be followed by people, but they don't understand what they are talking about.
Sometimes I'll start a sentence and I don't even know where it's going.
So this happened with the course. I realized some things, I tried to become better and explain things better. Second thing, comments. I'm seeing some of the comments, for example, when I talk about multiple campaigns, and I do understand from the comment that they don't really understand what I'm talking about. Now, is this their problem or my problem? Obviously it is my problem if I want to teach people how I do Facebook ads and how they are profitable for me and how I'm scaling, but it's also their problem if they just don't think of what they're doing inside the ads manager. Hi guys, I would like to interrupt this video in order to talk to you about my Facebook ads course. It took me 6 months of video editing everything and 3 months of video shooting. And because of that, I have created the best Facebook ad course in the world. Inside, you're going to find super advanced information, but information also for beginners. It takes you by the hand in order to teach you how to do Facebook ads from the beginner level to super advanced level. It has inside Loom videos from cost caps, speed caps, Loom videos from CBO, ASC optimization. It has chosen 5 sessions, inner circle sessions, and it has a lot of theory with whiteboard, also strategies that are working all of these years, things that I have developed, things that I know that are working because I have spent millions and millions on the platform. Currently, I'm spending between 5 and 10 million every month, sometimes it's even more, across 30 accounts, and I have access to many more. So I know what is currently working and all the latest trends, and this is what I'm doing inside the course. I'm showing you live ad accounts with real spend and what is working right now. And if you want, you can click the link below, you can go and you can check some videos that I have open free for you, so that you can check if you like the course or not and decide if you want to buy it or not. I will see you there. All of this came from a discussion that I had today with one of my students on the Chosen 5. Hi Richard. And basically we were discussing this. He was in another group, a dropshipping group, which is something that happens a lot with the Chosen 5. Most of the times on Chosen 5 there are people who come broken from stupid strategies and stuff, but they were smart enough to understand that something was wrong over there. So they did find their own strategies, and then they came here for me to explain what they're seeing. Because if you're smart enough, you're going to view the things that I'm telling you. You're going to see the patterns. The problem is that you haven't explained them, and this is not making you better on Facebook ads, and it doesn't help you to actually evolve, and become even better and better day by day. So the discussion was like this. So I was in the group and they were saying that if you don't have an add to cart in the first 10 hours, for example, you have to close the ad, blah, blah. And basically the breakthrough that he has done is that he realized that he wasn't giving enough time to his creatives. And then he went back, checked all of the things, not because of me, because of someone else who told him that what you're doing is wrong. And he checked this. He ran a lot of other ads from some of his ads that they had the best metrics, and boom, success. He started making money. So this guy was burned for some months because he was just following the blueprint from the group that he was there, and he wasn't able to actually move forward. But he had the mind to think and said, why do we have to wait for an add to cart in 10 hours? Not all the products are the same. First realization. Why do we have to scale only with 3 ROAS? Doesn't it matter what kind of break-even ROAS we have? Why do we have to follow this cost per purchase, for example? Don't the other accounts have completely different metrics between them, or base the product or base the offer or whatever? And this is where it all starts. Perfect. You start thinking, okay? You're not just following a blueprint just because, in this group they were saying, yeah, we tested this in multiple products and spending millions and this is what is working. This is not the answer, okay? Try to answer to the people by just telling them why you're doing this or that. In the same way that I'm trying to explain with some of these are really logical, like the example that I really love to use and it makes total sense and I use it also inside the course. For example, if you have cost per purchase of 50 and you are actually having a CBO with 100, okay, and your cost per purchase that you're getting there is 50, and you increase it by the 20% increase, you increase it to 120, then you are not thinking, you're just following a blueprint, just like a headless chicken. And you're just doing this, and you're just, with doing that, you're actually asking for $60 cost per purchase. Then, because you're just having 120, the best case scenario is that you're going to have 60, not 40. For example, if you're going to get 3 sales, for example, on a daily level, or maybe 30 if you get 4 sales on a daily level. As you can understand, the whole thing about what you're doing is if you're analyzing it, if it makes sense. And how are you going to analyze it and make sense? If you know what each button is doing inside the Ads Manager, and if you understand all of the concepts, then you're going to be able to create a blueprint which is going to be made for your own business, and the next business that you're going to have, it's going to be another blueprint that you're going to create for this business, because you will understand the numbers and you will understand how Facebook ads actually work. Fun fact, the 20% is coming from the theory about the learning phase. So in the learning phase, what do we know? That if you scale by 20%, you're not exiting the learning phase. How do you enter the learning phase? You enter the learning phase if you have 50 events on the attribution setting on your ad set level, which most of the time is 7 days click, 1 day view. Do the math. You haven't passed the learning phase. You haven't passed the learning phase. What did you understand? This is what is actually triggering me. If you're doing something because you don't understand it, $50 cost per purchase, 100. That means you get 2 sales per day on the CBO that you are having, and that means that you're getting 14 sales per week. You don't have the 50 events, okay? So why are you scaling with 20%? Why don't you understand it, okay? You can see I'm more calm now after my burst. What are we having here? We have people that they don't understand. Do you know what is the most sad part of all? That someone is lucky or unlucky, you will understand what I mean. They see a video on YouTube which happens to have similar KPIs and numbers as their product. For example, they see examples of a CBO campaign having 4 adsets inside with an average cost per purchase of 25. And they have a $100 budget. They put it on their ad account, it's actually working, and then they think that this is the search that works. They still don't understand. They were just lucky to find an example which is closer to their numbers, and they didn't find and they didn't understood Facebook ads in a deeper level to create their own numbers, their own budgets, their own number of assets and all of that. This is why I have created my YouTube channel back in the day, because I was feeling like, okay, and I'm going to drop names here, Ben Heath. Perfect channel, good, beginner guides, everything is there, perfect. What about the next level? Where are the advanced stuff? Where can we learn about cost caps, speed caps? Where can we learn about, not even the crazy method, other things like CB optimization, how we distribute the budget, how we set our budgets and all of that? There wasn't anything. And I was just discussing with my friends here, and there was nobody outside there that was doing these things, or we couldn't find it on the ad accounts that we were finding from clients when we were onboarding them. And it was a silence. And then I said, okay, we have to see if we are crazy or not. And the truth is that we were not crazy, because several years after, there are people that they have started doing these things and it's working for them. The course has been created based on all of this knowledge, from all of this ad account, from your remarks, from the comments and stuff, which helped us become better and better and better. I'm talking about me and my friend Jonathan, that we were actually searching more and more and more. And at the end of the day, we have all of this system, which we have created, but sometimes people say, multiple campaigns is too much, there is overlap. You don't even understand what we are talking about. We are talking about multiple campaigns that they have a structure. They have crazy method for scaling and cost cap for a little bit of more scaling. Why? Because we have seen that there is no overlap and cannibalization between cost cap and crazy method. How are we going to scale without cannibalization with different angles? What is the daily loop theory? What is the crazy method? Different hot pockets, average results, how to operate in another account with multiple campaigns, and what's the average results and don't care for the individual results of each of the campaign. All of these are things that I have posted in videos here, but if you just see one of my videos and you see multiple campaigns and you say, okay, I'm going to work with one campaign because I'm afraid of the overlap. What kind of overlap? You're targeting so many million people and there are so many campaigns that you can do with different angles that you can target different people. If you don't understand all of these concepts, at least do the effort to just watch more videos to get more educated, and if you want to go deeper, go for my course. Why do you think that we go more and more and more and more to AI inside Meta? And I'm not crying about it, I'm just saying that we're going and we have more AI inside because Meta understands that you don't understand what the you're doing inside the platform. And even ABO, they changed the ABO. They added on the ABO to give extra budget to the different ad sets if they have better results. Do you know why? Because you don't understand what kind of budgets you should add, and you cannot just do calculations based on your average cost per purchase and all of that, and you're putting stupid budgets like $5 cost per purchase for testing ABO strategies that are coming from 2015 or I don't know from when, and you're just doing all of that, not understanding what you're doing and not explaining to yourself how you're spending your money. If you're having the same problem, if you're doing things and you don't understand why, if it doesn't make sense, if your blueprint is for, you think that it's for crazy people and doesn't make any sense for your KPIs, then watch more of my videos, understand more of my concepts. And don't forget that if you want to learn more, you can check my book, you can check my course, where we have a complete system of how you can work by having new pixel, train the pixel, go to campaigns, scale, what is the bell curve and how much you can scale one creative, the crazy method for scaling more, the cost caps for scaling a little bit more, the different angles, the daily loop theory and cannibalization between campaigns if you don't use different angles, average results, CBO optimization, and all of this together helping you scale more and more and more, like so many other people have scaled that they are following either my mentorship programs that you can see all of the comments below over here from people completing them, or with the course that you can see all the reviews on the Trustpilot from people completing them, and while they were stuck on scaling to 5K per day, 6K per day, they were managed to hit 10K per day days just because they're following all of these different things and not just one thing, a blueprint, learning Facebook ads deeper and fixing blueprints for their own business and their next business and the next business and the next business. And until we meet again, guys, be creative and be consistent.